Let everything load up. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hi. I am late again. I had some other admin things to do. Hey, welcome. I had some things to do, y'all, but I'm here. Okay, we're here. Gemini and Libra. I am here today. Okay. Capricorn, Pisces. All right, y'all. Okay, peace and pineapple. Okay, shout out to Northern, shout out to Northern Cali. Welcome. All right, yep, Sag gonna be first, y'all. All right, so far we got Sag, Gemini, Libra, Capricorn, Pisces, and Leo. As you may notice, I am we got Cancer and Aquarius. I am typing today because I came up with a little jot that down journal. It's a digital journal and it's $5 in my store if you guys want it. Because I always got a million ideas when I'm not at home or when I don't have my journal. So I came up with that because I need it on my phone. Okay. But yes, so that is in the store as well. Yeah, we got a lot of Sages. Yeah, there's a lot of Sages this morning. So Sagittarius, y'all don't have to wait long at all today. We got Taurus, Gemini. Yep. So we got those signs. We're just missing three. Oh, Scorpio. Who else we missing? Is there any Aries here? Aries and somebody else. Aries, Taurus, Gemini. Oh no, we got Cancer, Leo. Oh, Virgo. Virgo and Aries. Any Aries, Virgos? We got everybody else. On once, going twice. I'll just put Aries and then Virgo. Okay. All right, y'all. Again, I am using my little digital journal, so you'll hear me typing, but that's up in the store. All my digital products are up in the store. Check that out. Also, guys, I finished the astrology ebook. It is only 20 pages because astrology books are extremely long. When I first got into astrology, them books was long as hell. So I condensed all the info into 20 pages. It has everything about the planets, houses, zodiac signs, the decans, the degrees. It is all in 20 pages. They got stuff about the retrogrades, north nodes, south nodes, Lilith and Chiron. All that is in that ebook. And it has 10 pages where you can practice studying transits. So like you'll write down what you noticed and how a transit may have affected your birth chart and things like that. So all that's in the store. The astrology workbook is in the store as well. The astrology workbook is very detailed. It has all the major transits for September 2026 through September 2027. So check that out. It has everything in a calendar. Everything is fillable. I made sure there's no character limits. And it took a long time. It took a long time, but I finally have all the ideas out of my head that I wanted to make. I have one more digital product that I want to work on, but I may need to just take a little breather, but I want to do that. Just real quick, like when you guys were watching me and y'all know when I first came back, like my day one folks, I had like a little issue with my throat, right? So when I had went to the doctor, they gave me medication and the medication did not work. So I just used my herbs and stuff. So I'm coming up with a herbal journal. So it's going to have the herbs in there. It's going to have herbs, their properties, warnings, and what you shouldn't do with herbs, possible side effects. It does have a disclaimer that do not replace your any medications with herbs. Don't take it as it's a medical journal or anything like that. So please, it's still use discretion. I'm not a doctor. But I'm doing that, and you're able to log, like say you used it for a week. You're gonna say what dates you used it and what effects that herb had for you. So I'm making that. That's the last thing. Cause y'all know I've been just every time something pop up, I'm like, nope, I gotta make that, I gotta do that. Everything is up on Etsy. It's up on my Shopify shop. Everything is linked everywhere. And the last thing I'm trying to do is get it on Amazon. I want the digital products to get on Amazon too. So I have to do all that. It's a lot of work. All right. So everybody check on your entrepreneur and side hustle friends. Really check on anybody that's working because we all working hard. It doesn't matter what your job is, quite frankly. So everybody check on each other. Okay. All right. So we're gonna start with Sagittarius. Thank you for the gift. All right, this channel is a tarot channel. Okay, so I see you asking what this channel's about. We're about to do tarot readings. All right, so if you don't like tarot readings, get on out of here. All right, so we do a Sag, Gemini, Libra, Capricorn, Pisces, Leo, Cancer, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, Aries, Virgo. If you're new here, we don't go in order. We go in order of first come, first serve. So that is why we have that order. If you're watching me on TikTok, this will be up on YouTube. It will be timestamped. Same for my Twitch and Kick people. What else do I need to say? Each reading's about 10 to 15 minutes. So if you feel like, you far down the list, come on back. It's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be timestamped. All right. So, and I am using my little journal, so you'll hear me typing and I might have notes. All right, Sagittarius is, let's see. Let's get in y'all's business real quick. Also, the decks are available, guys. So check those out on the site as well. The bundle is available too. All right, so what energy should my Sagittariuses be in? What's the most important card of advice? Most important action to take here? Thank you. Okay, helpful. All right, so be helpful, or if anybody's trying to assist you, accept the help. All right, but I feel like you need to be helpful. All right, so let's see. Who are you able to help, or who needs your help here, Sagittarius? Who needs your help? Interesting solution. So I'm going to assume that somebody's looking for a solution. Typically, I look at that card as this is the person with the solution. So if somebody comes in and assists you today, accept the help. But I feel like you're the one that needs to be helpful in this case. So I feel like the reason that you're getting that advice is the person who needs your help is typically the person that you would expect to solve the issue. They're typically the solution. But I feel like that could be a chain reaction. Maybe you helping them is going to be a solution for you as well. So let's see. What does this person need help with here? Okay, something looks unpromising to them. So there may be something that they're trying to work on. Okay, what are you able to do that's helpful here? Now, they could have, somebody may have a negative mindset, but they're trying to do something and that outcome doesn't look well. I feel like, too, this person normally fixes something or does something. And this, in this moment or in this situation, it's not working this time. Okay, so what are you going to do that is helpful to this person? They may get bad news, unfortunately. But what are you going to do that is helpful? Let's see. Okay, so you have Aquarius energy. So the way I would read this right now, it depends on what you guys' placements are. You may have an Aquarius that's trying to help you, or you may be using, like, maybe you're partnered with an Aquarius. You're like, okay, I'm going to go ask Aquarius. I'm going to go get them to help you, blah, blah, blah. But Aquarius energy can also be technology. Maybe you're going to help somebody technical-wise. You may also help somebody with a different outlook. Okay, so if somebody's looking at something and it looks negative, you're going to come up with a logical solution for the outcome there for that plan. All right, so that could be what this is. Now, Aquarius naturally for a Sagittarius is in their third house. So this is how you perceive it. I feel like your perception is very important in this case. All right, so we're going to figure out what else this is. We're going to get the tarot. Also, this is my mommy. Shout out to her. So every time I'm talking about Sagittarius, this is what it was I'm talking about. I mean, Aquarius, this is what it was I'm talking about. All right, let's see. She's one of those ones. All right, what else looks unpromising for this individual real quick? Let's see. Let's see. What else may be unpromising? We're going to figure out what's missing. Okay, something with a Scorpio or an unpromising transformation. Okay. Okay, time. So this is the thing. I feel like, first of all, somebody feels like they are running out of time. They don't have enough time to do something. All right, you may have to tell somebody, okay, this is a shortcut that I took. But I feel like somebody's worried about either spending time with a Scorpio. Maybe they want that Scorpio around. You may have to give somebody advice. You may have to give somebody the other side of not being around this individual. All right, let's clarify it. Let's see. Let's get 8 cards here. Oh, thank you. My mom. Okay, so we got the 5 of Swords, the Hermit, the 10 of Swords. Now, when I get the 5 of Swords and the 10 of Swords, that means that typically something that has been bad going on or any type of spite, it automatically comes to an end. So if somebody's being envious, disrespectful, spiteful, it's going to come to an end very quickly. All right, like the end of an argument, the end of a beef, the end of something like negative. Let me get one more card. Okay, the Moon. I'm also getting two. We talked about Scorpio. I feel like something is because also the Moon is in Scorpio. The way that this looks like a Scorpio transit, so it just depends on what's going on. I feel like the issue is the Moon is in Scorpio. I'm also getting two. Something was hidden or isolated. Now it is about to be visible. So y'all know Scorpio rules secrets. All right. Again, these are energies that like I did put in the ebook, y'all. So check it out if y'all, that's how I know all this. All right, but something is going to be visible. Yeah, there's a 3 of Pentacles. So we're finding out more information. All right, the 6 of Swords, the Page of Cups, and then there's the 3 of Swords. So what was hidden then before? So I feel like before the solution was that something was hidden or dormant or suppressed here. And so now it's kind of obvious. We can see it. I feel like, too, somebody's spreading the word about this. So that could be the issue. Let's see where you will be with helpful. Let's see where you will be at with helpful energy. So you may not want to help. Maybe somebody is being helpful to you. That's a couple of ways, too. All right, so just y'all make sure you're paying attention to that. Like if an Aquarius tries to give you advice or something like that. But I feel like somebody doesn't want the help. Okay, there you go, the High Priestess. Let's clarify it, because there's going to definitely be a reason that this is your advice. Like if a card comes out like that, that means that's something you naturally don't want to do. You probably won't want to help the person or you won't want to give advice. What was being kept to ourselves here, or what was hidden? There may be something dealing with also with a Virgo with the Hermit. Let's see, what was being hidden here? Okay, we've got encouragement, and then we've got Taurus. Okay, money outflow. So there was this is a bad investment too. Okay, something's a bad investment. Somebody encouraged somebody to put a lot of money into something. All right, somebody's putting a lot of money into indulgences. They could also be around a lot of people. That's interesting. All right. So I feel like you're going to have to give somebody a logical perspective. I'm also getting to, like, you have Taurus, Pisces energy. So I feel like somebody is putting money into something in the moment that they have, but they're not thinking about later on. And that is why you have to be Aquarius energy. So I feel like somebody's indulging right now in something. Like it could be, because the way this looks, maybe somebody likes to go out a lot. Somebody could be spending a lot of money in like an expensive neighborhood or something like that they can't afford. Basically, the thing that somebody is indulging in, it is for a reason to be around a certain group of people, or with the idea that they will be a part of a certain group or a certain status quo type of energy. But I feel like, yeah, literally somebody is realizing that within time there's a loss on this investment. Maybe there's something about a house that's involved. Maybe somebody bought a home and they're not going to get a return on that investment. I feel like, too, if the issue is time, it is because something's just not quick enough. Like the return on the investment is not going to be quick enough. Okay, let's see what else. What else was this person intending on doing here? Let's see. Now, again, you guys, if this is you and you typically, maybe you want to do things independently, and you don't want somebody helping you, you know, accept the help. But, all right, so let's see. What's this person's intended outcome originally? Okay, we've got the Eight of Wands, a Hierophant, and then the Strength card. Let me get one more. And the Nine of Swords. So somebody assumed that something was going to be perpetual. That's what I'm getting. I feel like something eventually over time, it either changes or there could be a Taurus and a Leo involved as well. But I feel like something over time, it was supposed to be a return on investment, or it was supposed to be perpetual. What actually ends up occurring here? Thank y'all for the gifts, y'all. I appreciate you. Thank y'all. Let's see. I'm not ignoring y'all. What's the you said you won't take a reading from a reader who is double vaxxed. What vaccination are you talking about? What is that? Okay, let me focus, child, because y'all be saying anything. All right, so what ended up happening here? Okay, you got the Queen of Wands, Six of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and then the Magician. It looks like, now if you're the person here, it looks like you're receiving something. So maybe you have to tell somebody like, yeah, this is what I did with my finances. I ended up saving it, or I ended up finding a more cost-effective solution or something like that. That's interesting. Okay, you got the Devil card, the Six of Wands, Five of Cups, and then the Seven of Pentacles. So maybe you're going to give somebody advice from something that you went through before. So let's just clarify for you guys what the outcome is. Let's see. So what's the outcome here for you, Sagittarius? Looks like somebody encouraged them to do this. Okay, yeah, conflict. I feel like that's why your advice is helpful, because I don't think you're going to want to help somebody. All right, yeah, you got conflict, obstacles, observe, and then commit. Okay, so first of all, for yourself, typically when I get this kind of energy, whatever you're working on or building up, make sure that it's very detail oriented. Make sure that you're paying attention to it. But so why wouldn't you want to help this person? Let's just clarify, because I feel like there's a reason that came out, because otherwise you would just do it. Okay, perspective. Okay, how do you view this individual? Because that's the thing, they're coming out as solution. So you may think like, why do you need my help? Or or like maybe you feel like somebody already had the solution. So what is your perspective on this person or this situation? Let's see. Oh yeah, manipulation. You may feel like somebody's trying to manipulate you. What do you feel like they're trying to manipulate you into doing? Status quo. Okay, so if this is somebody trying to give you assistance or help you, you may feel like somebody like, why are you trying to make me fit in, or why are you trying to make me act like everybody else? Or this, maybe you feel like this person always gets help from people. You're like, I'm not helping you. Everybody already helped you, or you know, something like that. Okay, we're going to see what that is. I know it's going to come out more, but just that looks like it's going to be a little much. Okay, so I'm just letting you know now. Oh, really quick, because you did pull the High Priestess. What else is your intuition going to be telling you here, Sagittarius? Because I always like to ask that. Let's see. So what else is your intuition telling you? Okay, rules. Okay, have faith. And then you got lust. All right, so I feel like there are rules and regulations. Here's your intuition here. All right. It looks like somebody is going to naturally say something. All right, maybe a Cancer involved, but we'll see what that is. It's a lot of people there. A lot of energies coming out in that reading. I need to set up my thing too. Ooh. Hold on, I'm trying to get rid of this weirdo on on Twitch. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Add to the block list. Okay. Thank y'all for the rose. No, I didn't do Pisces yet. We just got started, y'all. Okay. Gemini is next. I was writing my little tarot notes so I can remember. Gemini is next. So we just did Sag. We're going to do Gemini, Libra, Capricorn, Pisces, Leo, Cancer, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, Aries, Virgo. All right. If you're watching on TikTok, we are up on YouTube. Let me separate everything. I got to separate my decks. These decks are available on the shop too, y'all. So y'all could check these out. Okay, here we go. All right. Gemini. Yep, we got all the signs on the list, y'all. So we got all the signs on the list. All right, Geminis. What is the most important energy for my Geminis to be in? Geminis normally last. Oh, that's right. Somebody else asked for Gemini today. All right, what energy should the Geminis be in today? Let's see. Let's see here. Okay, it's time to take action, Gemini. If you're sitting around and you're meditating or you're thinking about something, it's time for you to take necessary action. Now, with take action, that can be anything. If you have an idea, go research it. If you need to do something and you need to actually, this is not a good time to sit around and wait for something. Be assertive, be proactive. Now, this can also be if it's health-wise. Make sure that you're getting up, walking around, moving around today. But what else is going on? What is this situation about here, Geminis? Okay, something that you're ignoring. All right, let's see. So what might you be ignoring, Geminis, that you need to take action on? Okay, we've got be different, blockage, and unpromising. So I don't know if that's Sag, because Sag felt like they were being manipulated into fitting in with the status quo. And they're supposed to help somebody that has an issue with something that's unpromising. So this is the thing. I feel like you're not paying attention to something that's not working out. Like it's kind of visible that it's not working out. What else do you need to take action and do here? And we're going to see what's wrong with the situation, why it's not working. You got smooth sailing. You had that the other day. You might need to actually get up and move or go somewhere. I don't know if somebody needs, I do have a relocate car, but it's like, so what's easier for you to do? Because you might be trying to do something that is not working out and you're assuming that it is, or you're trying to ignore the fact that something's not working in that situation. So what would be easier for you to do here? Okay, we've got intuition, Virgo, the bright side, and golden opportunity. Yeah, I feel like you have another opportunity somewhere else. We're going to figure out what this is. What's unpromising for you right now? What's not working out right now for you? Okay, you got flaunt. So what are you showing off? You're showing something off, but like it may not be complete or ready yet. Ooh, controlling liar. What is this? Okay, let's pull the cards. Something that you're showing off is not a good idea right now. It's almost like you're okay with how something is going, but you're ignoring other things. You're ignoring the fact that something is blocked out. I don't think it's going to work. What would be easier for you to do right now? There's the Hermit. There could be something dealing with a Virgo. You and Virgo are both ruled by Mercury too. So if there is an idea that you have, Gemini, it's time to actually put that idea into real life, like in the material. The Five of Swords, Ace of Swords, and then the Ace of Wands. So there's some type of experience or knowledge that we have when we're isolated. We're going to change our minds, and that's going to give us a new perspective and inspire us. Okay, so it looks like it inspires a group of people or a business here. What does it inspire this business to do? I feel like it deals with something where we're being spiteful towards somebody that is wise, older, or just spiteful towards a Virgo. And that's going to inspire like a group of business people or a group of professionals to look at something differently. So where are you at in this situation currently? Yeah, you're showing something off. You're flaunting something, the Emperor. Okay. What are you showing off, or what are you presenting to people? Because that could be like pride or okay, so you're speaking about it out loud. The Page of Cups, Two of Cups. You could be flaunting like a relationship. You're flaunting a relationship. If that's what you're flaunting, I feel like it's not a good idea. Why? I don't know. Or you're flaunting like a business partnership. That's not a good idea right now. So, all right, what would you be doing when you're taking action here? We're going to clarify what the Ten of Pentacles is inspired to do. Yeah, you got the Page of Pentacles, Four of Cups, Nine of Cups. Maybe you're ignoring this. Maybe, I don't know if you're the person that is sad is trying to help, or it's like you're not paying attention to what somebody is trying to tell you. I feel like you need to keep something to yourself. Something may be just easier for you to do if you don't talk about it yet or share it. Like, say you were doing a project, you're sharing the project before you even started or before you're even doing it or researching it or anything. Let's see what else is going on here. What is the Ten of Pentacles inspired to do here? Yeah, helpful. So I don't know if people want to help a Sag or like because of this. Interesting reading. I'm not going to... Who is the Ten of Pentacles really quick in your reading? Because that's like a whole bunch of people. Yeah, compassion. It's almost like something you're doing is getting somebody to have compassion for somebody else, Geminis. I'm not going to lie. Like, something you're doing is... Okay, so how do people view you and what you're showing off really quick? Damn. I'm sorry. They're looking at you like danger or like you caused something. This is very spot on for what I know about what's going on with Geminis right now. I'd already told y'all who the Gemini was in the news. I told y'all about that Clancy trial. He's a Gemini. So yeah, I whatever you're doing, you look like a... I'm sorry, Geminis. I'm sorry. It's not me. I'm just letting you know. What you're doing right now, like showing something off, makes you look... Wow. So what do people think is dangerous about you? It literally, you are making people have compassion for a whole nother person. Okay. What seems like a bad idea, or what seems like dangerous or something? Yeah, we got to observe. All right. So people, I can't make it up. Observe and restraint and fantasize. Now, either people are like, okay, because if you look like something is wrong, right? You look like, maybe you look like you're in danger, or you look like you are the dangerous person or a danger to someone. People are like, wait, why aren't people around Gemini? Or, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. All right, Gemini, what's the outcome here for you? Yeah, arrogant. I mean, you might not want to listen to this, I guess. That's what it's coming off as. I'm not gonna hold you. What are you expecting to occur for yourself really quick? Okay, yeah, you got relocate and detached. What might actually happen here once they help? Like, cause it's like people are helping someone else. So what might actually happen here? Okay, you got time and triggered. Yeah, you might offend people. I feel like something you're doing is going to offend people and it makes them want to help another individual. All right, I don't know what you guys are doing. That's your reading. I'm so sorry. I am not. I'm just the messenger. I'm going to write it for you. Okay. All right, Libras. Libra is next. Let me put the timestamp here. I don't know what the Geminis is doing, child. I hope. You know people don't want to listen to the readings, though. So they be like, that's not me. That's somebody else. That's reversed. No. All right, Libras. Let's see what you're reading about. All right. What energy should you be in for yourself, Libras? Let's see. Welcome. What energy should you be in for yourself here, Libras? Okay, laughter. All right, Libras. Have fun today. Try to enjoy yourself. Do something that you find enjoyable. Don't take something too seriously. All right. So the reason that's coming out, you're going to want to take something seriously. You're going to not want to laugh. What might bring you joy or laughter today, Libras? Okay, we got a secret. Interesting. Okay. All right, I'm going to keep it to myself. I see that. Okay. All right, we're going to keep it a secret for now. Maybe you know the secret to something. It's funny to you. Keep it to yourself. You can do something in private that you enjoy. What else does this have to deal with? What else is this situation for you, Libras? Okay, we've got authority. Let me get one more. Okay, golden opportunity. All right. There could be a good opportunity for you here. Maybe you get like a new job or, you know, something like that. All right, this is pretty simple. There you go, Libra. Let's get a card. It's Libra reading. You're probably going to be, you know, this reading is pretty going to be short here. You say you don't want to see me back on TikTok. I'm on TikTok right now. So if you don't want to see me, just don't watch. I don't know what to tell you. You're going to probably see me forever. All right, let's get 8 cards here. Okay, got 4 of Cups, 9 of Cups. There you go. You're laughing or you're happy. I feel like somebody could be that these are kind of tied together. So just laugh, be happy. You see that something's working out for you. You got the King of Pentacles. So enjoy the fact that you have this opportunity. Maybe you don't want to. All right, there you go. The Justice, Seven of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, a Page of Wands. There could be a Sag involved, but I feel like there is something about how much time was spent on you or how much time there was spent on you. I'm not sure, but I feel like maybe, I mean, you have this energy because you're not laughing. So let's see, what are you doing in the Justice? So that's why that's your advice, because you're not laughing. Okay, so you got the Three of Pentacles, the Empress. You're getting information and you notice that somebody... Okay, so you're watching somebody take action. First of all, you're watching a scenario where somebody stopped being so serious about something and they started to fantasize about the different things that they could come up with, like new ideas. So somebody was in their comfort zone. They were doing very well anyway. But now they're like, okay, I want a new start. I can see something outside of my comfort zone, or I can see something outside of what I've already experienced. That's what this part is that I'm seeing here. Okay, I feel like you could be trying to make somebody be kind of serious as well. Yeah, there's the golden opportunity, authority, and golden opportunity. All right, so don't, I don't feel like there's any issue here for you. You need to enjoy something. Well, I'm going to clarify a secret. Thank you for the gift. What's the secret here for you, Libras? And then we'll see the outcome. What's your current energy if you're not laughing? Let's just see. What is your current energy, Libra? And then we're going to see the outcome here for you. Oh, you're lying about something? You're a liar? What are you lying about? Okay, well, I feel like okay, so if your advice is secret, are you lying for no reason? Are you over explaining yourself? Uh-oh. Let's see. What might you be lying about, Libra? Is it obvious or... Oh. Gemini. In a repetitive cycle. This has something to do with that Gemini. Okay, child. I don't know. I ain't want to dig too deep into that. I don't know. You lying about a Gemini? All right. What's the outcome for you, Libras? I think it's better for you to just be quiet. All right, you guys. You got Leo, transformation, and flaunt. Thank you. What does this person have to do with your reading in secret? Because this part is a secret. What is this person doing, or what do they have to do with anything? Okay, what are they blocking? What are they saying no to? Thank you. They're blocking distractions. They're not going to fight or they're not going to argue. So I don't, yeah, all right. Okay, what would the conflict be about? I don't know what that part has to do with you, but right now you're lying. Yeah. Yeah, this has to do with the Gemini reading. I don't know if you know a Gemini, have a Gemini around you, have a Gemini placement. Okay. Thank you. So Libra and the Gemini look like they're in on it. The Sagittarius that asked for those two signs, you were right to ask for those two signs, and I'll just leave it at that. All right. Take from that information what you will. Okay, Capricorn is next, y'all. Capricorn is next. Y'all, we just do generals here. But anybody asking about success is up to you, y'all. Come up with your goal and just do the research on it, stick to it, and commit to it. That's the best advice that I can give you. All right. Well, for free anyway on this. All right, so let's see, Capricorns. Oh yeah, I do forget to tell y'all. If y'all do have questions, the questions are $5. You can either do Cash App, PayPal, or the YouTube Super Chat. That's how we used to do it back in the day, and I be forgetting that we that we did that. All right, Capricorns. What is the energy surrounding, or what energy should you be in, Capricorns? Let's see. What energy should you be in? Ooh. What energy should you be in, Capricorns? Uh-oh, danger. All right, something. Now, Gemini came out as danger. If you know a Gemini, you may need to warn somebody. If this is the energy that you should be in, you may need to warn someone. What's dangerous here in your reading? So don't just jump into something. Make sure you look into everything. Something may be unsafe. All right, but Gemini did come out like they were looking that way. Okay, so what might be dangerous in this scenario? What might be dangerous in this scenario, Capricorns? Okay, obstacles. Damn, obstacles, disrespect. We got helpful, which was Sagittarius, and then community. So this could be like maybe your warning to somebody or warning to a group of people could be how you are helping them. We talked about Sag. That was their advice, was to help. I don't know if they were supposed to help an entire group of people, but they were supposed to be in Aquarius energy, and Aquarius is groups of people. Wow. Okay, what does this have to deal with? There can be like a dangerous route to take. I also would not be careful with traveling and stuff, but what else does this have to do with? What is the situation? Oh, Libra. This is Libra and Gemini. What is going on? Let's get 8 cards then. Let's see. All right, I don't know why Libra's advice would be laughter then. I don't know if that's a good idea. We're going to see. Let's see. All right, we got the King of Wands, Knight of Swords, a Judgment. This could be the Libra lying or something like that, but we'll clarify. Okay, Jen, I got you right after this question, okay? Thank you. All right, the 6 of Cups, 6 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and then the 7 of Cups. I feel like literally you see the danger. I feel like, too, the dangerous part is that somebody wants to be kind to somebody or caring. That's the dangerous part. But Sag was supposed to be helpful. I feel like this is the thing. Your helpful energy is warning somebody. Somebody looks actually violent. I'm going to tell you this too. If you guys are traveling somewhere, be careful. Like if you're driving anywhere or you're traveling somewhere far, I would be very careful on the road. That's just randomly what I'm getting. I said that in the Gemini reading that somebody's coming out like they are a danger, or they're coming out like they are flaunting, and that makes somebody want to be caring to another individual. At this point, I would, okay, let's see. Because what are you currently doing, Capricorns? And then we're going to see what your energy will be in the danger energy. What are you currently doing for yourself? Okay, indulgence. Okay, so now this is within yourself. Don't drink too much, eat too much, things like that. Like slow down. Don't do too much. All right, don't get sick if that's within yourself. Yeah, so you have bravery. I feel like you're okay, you're calm, but there is something you still need to be cautious about here. What might be the outcome of what you're trying to do? Like, just be cautious, look at everything, get all the information you can. What will be the outcome if you're not careful? Okay, fantasize. Okay. Fantasize, Sagittarius, and irony and solution. What? I feel like too, Capricorns, if you're okay here where you are right now, it's okay for you to fantasize doing better. I feel like that's the solution for you. Like, I feel like the danger for you is do not get comfortable where you are. Because indulgence, of course, is like, okay, I'm comfortable here. I'm spending money on this. I'm eating this. I'm drinking this. Like, continue to work towards what you're trying to get to. What is a Sag job? You might have Sag placements. Let's see what else. What is the Libra's energy in your reading? Because there's a Libra here. I see them coming out. Yeah, so what are they blocking? What is a Libra blocking? It's a lot. Today is messy. Today is very messy. What is a Libra blocking in your reading? Yeah, rest. Yeah, I wouldn't rest around this person. I don't know. I wouldn't. That looks crazy. Because, like, somebody's coming out like they want to attack somebody who's doing successful. Like, it's like this energy is doing successful. We got helpful in community. It looks that could be the Sag coming out because we got Sagittarius and that was their advice. What's the King of Wands, Six of Wands here? Okay, what's unexpectedly happening? Okay, rules, worried, and Taurus. Okay, conflict. You don't expect something may be working out, but there's like certain rules and regulations. Something's going to stop you from being able to do something. You're going to have to follow all the rules and regulations involved. So go and look at all the guidelines or all right, what's the outcome for you if you're cautious here, Capricorns? Okay, you got controlling. There's your intuition and money inflow. All right, so if you're, okay, you got to take action, Aries. If you are careful, if you are paying attention, you'll be able to generate income here. But it's about you being cautious. Like, do not, I feel like don't spend too much is what I'm getting with indulgence. It may be good for you to focus on work right now. What else are you currently indulging in? I feel like, too, if there's rules and regulations, it's something you're not looking into it. They're going to try to, like, there could be somebody or an entity or something like that that tries to stop you from getting your money or getting paid or, you know, something like that. So make sure you look into everything. But what else are you indulging in, Capricorns? Just to make sure. Yeah, flaunt and observe. Okay, so be careful with that. I feel like these are all tied together very quickly. It's almost like your reading is kind of tied with the Libra and the Gemini. If you know a Gemini, I wouldn't be around them right now because they're not in a good space. So, you know, let's just clarify. How are people perceiving you in this scenario really quick, Capricorns? Because it's like, don't be tied to the dangerous person. Yeah, somebody feels like you're on the track to be like that Gemini energy. Literally relocate. We got Gemini conflict and compassion. So be careful. Somebody's like, yeah, I don't want them to be on that path like Gemini. So be cautious about that. If you don't know a Gemini, guys, these can be mindsets. All right, Gemini rules the mind. All right, and if we have flaunt with there, right, and we don't think, like, say our mind is not perceiving any danger, we don't think anything is wrong, we don't think anything could go badly, you still need to look at rules, regulations, have caution. Like, maybe you just think, oh, I'm never going to get sick, I'm never going to deal with this. Like, calm down on something, like slow down, make sure you're paying attention. Where else will money inflow come in for you guys? Very interesting. Yeah, what's all the lying in the... Okay, it's a lot of lying and manipulation. All right, well, it'll... Lord Jesus. Okay, today's a dramatic day. The moon is in Scorpio, y'all. So that could be why. It has to deal with secrets and transformations and things like that. All right, Jen, I'm going to answer your question. I'm going to timestamp your question too, just in case. I do that in case, something happens, something glitches, something like that. Let's see. Okay, Pisces. Oh, sorry, question. I read Pisces right there. All right, let me see. Question here. All right, so let's see. Okay, is Miguel right for you? So we're going to get Miguel's energy towards you and his intentions. That's the best way to answer that. So wait, hold on. Oh, that was a lot that flipped out. Okay, so what is Miguel's energy towards you currently? And then we'll see his intentions. Okay, so he is being honest. All right, so whatever he said about the relationship dynamic, he's being honest. All right, so let me see. We'll clarify. All right, so what is he being honest about here? And then we'll see what his intentions are. So what is he being honest about? Okay, I'll be honest with you. This might be triggering because it says honesty and detached. So if he said anything about maybe not wanting a commitment yet or not wanting anything serious, if he said that he's like emotionally detached, just keep that in mind. Unless he said that he's emotionally detached from someone else. So it just depends. But let's see. So what is his intentions here? What's his intentions with you? So if he did say he didn't want anything serious or something like that, I would take heed to that. But what's his intentions? Yeah, indulgence. So I feel like this looks like a fun thing for him. So I wouldn't, it depends on what you're looking for, but I wouldn't take it super seriously. We got indulgence, money inflow, encouragement, and then do it solo. So I definitely wouldn't put any, I feel like if he's focused on his money right now, I feel like that's what he's focused on, but I would not, I wouldn't share any resources at this moment. It does look very detached. Let's see what else. What other energy should you be in with him? Okay, I pulled the intuition card. Yeah, I'm promising. So I do want to just show you that. So yeah, I wouldn't do anything serious with him. I would not take this seriously. Especially if you can't be emotionally detached. Like, the only time I would advise somebody to continue dealing with somebody that's not like serious is if you can do that. Like, if you can't detach your emotions and things like that, do not, don't do it. Like, yourself and things like that. So like, if you can't have casual situations without being emotionally attached to somebody, definitely do not go down that route, because it will, it could lead to being dramatic. All right. Thank you for asking that question, though. I appreciate you. And then that's how we typically do the quick questions, guys. When you catch me live, you get $5 questions. Thank you. She gave me 10, so shout out to you. But yeah, they're $5 questions. You can do the super chat, Cash App, PayPal. That's how we do it. That's the YouTube super chat. All right, Pisces. Pisces is next, y'all. All right, so let's see Pisces. Yeah, it's all right, girl. It's about 5 billion men in the world. It's all right. It's okay. All right, so let's see Pisces. What energy should the Pisces be in here for themselves? No problem. Okay, so Pisces, you have community, all right? So this is a good time to be around your family, your friends. If you're thinking about career-wise, it's a good time to mingle with coworkers or do networking events, things like that. But it's good to have a supportive group around you. Excuse me, if this community is giving you any advice, like your family, your friends, listen to your family and your friends at this moment, all right? Let's see what you're currently doing. Looks like you might be isolated or something. So what are you currently doing instead here? Let's see. What are you currently doing instead? Yeah, wow. That was very clear. Do it solo. I love these cards. Get this deck, y'all. Even if you don't know how to read tarot, that joke will be cleared. All right. So yeah, you're doing something alone. Depend on your family or depend on coworkers, friends. What else will community help you with here? Okay, we got lust, obstacles, blockage. Let me get one more. Your dating is going to give you the help. I feel like it won't with lust coming out. Like lust is a scenario where it's like that's somebody you're attracted to that you're having sex with. But there's the obstacles and the blockage. All right, and then that's stopping you from finding a solution to something. I would also say too, with that energy, be with this community, be platonic, or like it's time for you to try your best to build platonic friendships. I know like where I'm in Houston, so they have like a lot of those like meetups or like, oh, I just moved here, stuff like that, those type of scenarios. But this is a time to be centered around family and friends here. All right, that's pretty simple. Let me get 8 cards for you guys. If you're trying to get a career going or like a new job, this would be a time to use like connections. So connections would be more valuable for you than you actually trying to apply and get the job on your own. All right, so let's get 8 cards. Okay, so we got the Hierophant, the Ten of Swords. Yeah, there's the blockage, the Seven of Wands. Okay, we intuitively know the Star. So this was Sag's reading. I don't know if, like, you might have a Sag that's in your community or something like that, but they literally, this was their reading. What energy were they supposed to be in was Aquarius energy, and that is groups of people. All right, so they were supposed to be helpful, or they were supposed to, so that person might be in the group or something like that. All right, 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, and then there's the Queen of Swords. All right, you also have Taurus energy here. You may typically do things alone. What are you trying to achieve alone? What's your desired outcome? And we'll see what the community will kind of add to you. So you're trying to, I feel like you're trying to implement an idea. Yeah, the 7 of Cups. Ooh, you know what else too with community? If you're trying to change your goals or something, you may need to surround yourself with different types of people. Go to a different, like literally you have relocate and solution. So it just depends on what you're doing. You may need to be around your family. Maybe you got to move back home, or you may have to relocate to a new destination, like altogether. All right, so just keep that in mind. Yeah, the Hermit and the 4 of Pentacles. Because I feel like you are trying to keep something to yourself. All right, you may not, maybe you don't like being around people. What element will community bring for you? You're like, no, I can handle this by myself. Okay, you got knowledge is power and the Fool. Yeah, so I feel like these people will give you better ideas or kind of make you think think outside the box a little bit, because I feel like if you're coming out as a hermit, these are things that you've already experienced. You've been through this before. But I feel like if you're around different types, ages, genders, races, whatever, maybe like even if you're like, oh, I'm scared to go out alone, or I'm scared to be around people right now, look into different things. Like, so for me, like once you get on TikTok, you have the same algorithm, you know, consistently. Try to search something new. Maybe search something in a different part of town, or, you know, something like that. Like try to expand your horizons a little bit, because it's definitely going to give you another perspective. All right, yeah, there's a Nine of Swords. I feel like too, you may feel like you're worrying, like you're by yourself. You may realize that other people have been through something similar to what you're going through. All right, Pisces, what's the outcome here for you? Shout out to Ireland. Hi. What's the outcome here for you, Pisces? Yeah, incomplete. I feel like you need people, definitely. And then you have transformation and self-assured. So I feel like also the real goal here is everybody can feel comfortable when you're alone. Everybody can feel good about themselves when you're alone. Are you able to still be confident and comfortable around other people? That's where you're trying to get to. That's a part of like your next transformation. All right. All right, y'all. That was Pisces. Bonjour. Bonjour. I took French in middle school. Actually, in French class, we had to pick like French names. Mine was Coco Estelle. I love that name. That was my French name. All right, so that's Pisces. Leo is next, y'all. Leos. Shout out to Leos. What's today's date? We still in Leo season? Yeah. I got the transits right here. Happy birthdays to the Leos still. Thanks, Theory. I hope I said that right. All right, so what is the energy? What energy should you be in, Leos, for yourself? What energy should you be in, Leos? Oh, secret. Okay, so y'all know whenever I get cards like this, that means your reading is going to be vague, because people cross watch, and if you are supposed to keep something hidden or keep it a secret, then we're going to have to keep it a secret. But I will try to, let's see, why do you need to, now this means too, Leo, if this is your advice, that means you don't want to keep it a secret. That means you want to share something or say it out loud or share it with people. All right, you know, Leos, y'all do rule the ego and pride and things like that, so you may want to show something off. Why is it necessary for you to keep this a secret? What will it, what's the outcome of you keeping a secret? Okay, what are we keeping a secret? Let's see. What are we keeping a secret here? What's this real quick? Okay. Okay. Because you got to get the advice. And I'm trying to figure out a way to say it without without telling your business. So basically, you are going to observe something. Keep it a secret. You'll know what this is. So don't, don't overthink it. Don't panic. As soon as I say, Leo, you're going to notice something. Keep it to yourself. All right? Keep it to yourself. You will know what I'm talking about. Let me just get 8 cards. You're gonna wanna share what you notice, but I feel like this is specifically for you. It may even be a part where because what I will say, you pulled status quo, so people may not even believe you. All right, people may not even agree with what you're saying or what you notice, but you are right. All right, so just keep it to yourself. Where are you at here? I also feel like you notice something that other people are not going to notice. You're going to be with a group of people. All right, you're going to be out. You're going to be out, or you're going to be celebrating something with a group of people. Keep it to yourself. Let's see. What would be the outcome of you sharing this? So I feel like there must be an issue with you showing this off. What will be the outcome if you share this? Okay, you have, okay, the outcome of you seeing this, it probably would get, it would change. Like the fact that you show it off will change it. Or like destroy it. It needs to be kept a secret. The moon is in Scorpio. All right, so that would be the best bet for you. Like say, because that means to me like it's a good time to keep a secret. That's the best way I can describe that. All right, that's your reading was very short, but yes. Keep it a secret. You will know what that is. You'll figure it out. You are going to notice something and be like, oh, that's what Aisha was talking about. So keep it to yourself. Don't share it. Okay. Okay, Cancers. Y'all are up next. Thank you, Theory. All right, so let's see. I don't know if I already said thank you to that or not. I just saw it. All right. Oh, that flew out. What energy should my Cancers be in here? What energy should my Cancers be in today? Okay, you need to relocate. All right, now this is physical, right? Everybody's not going to relocate every single time I pull this. But if you are thinking about it and you need to move, you need to literally move, go ahead and do that. But what this means is like a change in state. All right, so going from one maybe mindset or action to the other, okay? So you need to relocate. What is your current standing? Where are you currently? Okay, there's something that you're currently committed to. Okay, so what do you need to relocate to? So there's something you're currently committed to doing. And I feel like, let me finish pulling first. Okay, helpful. Sag's energy, that was their advice was to be helpful. So if you do deal with a Sag or have Sag placements, yes, this tarot deck is on my website and the Oracle deck. Yep. Well, this is the Oracle deck. This is the tarot deck. So they are up there and you can get a bundle. They are up there. So I feel like you're committed to doing something. If you're wondering about literally a commitment, like a relationship, it's okay for you to leave that behind. I feel like too, the reason this is coming out is that you may have a mindset like I already committed to this. No, thank you, Alex. You already committed to something, so you may not want to give up on it. You may not want to switch up. What are you currently committed to? Oh, sadness. Oh, you're with that Libra. This is the thing. The Libra is sad. That, okay, hear me out. You might have Libra placements too. The Libra's advice was laughter, right? They're also a liar, but they're also sad. So I don't know what kind of combination that really is for them. Like, I feel like maybe they're faking like they're sad. Maybe they're pretending like something's wrong. They were coming out as a liar, but their advice was laughter, to go have fun, to go do something. I feel like you're very focused on this Libra, or you're very focused on, yeah, I don't, okay, what's helpful here? What would you be doing that's helpful? Or maybe somebody else is helping you, but let's see. Controlling desires and dogmatic. Okay, so this is it. That's a mindset that we're changing. Let's get 8 cards here. So there's definitely a mindset there. Where are you currently here with commit? What are you, I'm going to break yours down a little differently. What are you doing in commit here? Yeah, it's the way, there it is, dogmatic. It's the way that you're viewing something. And I feel like you're only there because you're like, no, I committed to this. I got to stick with it. But I feel like it's not something that you have to stick with or stay with here. Okay. Yeah, you have the moon and the 3 of pentacles. You're just like, yeah, well, I told people that I would do it. Because I feel like that's what it is. You're like, yeah, I told everybody I would already do this, or I decided I was already going to do it. So I'm just going to stick with it. You are ruled by the moon, Cancers. So what's the, in your case, what's the sadness energy? Yeah, you got the Page of Cups. Somebody could literally be saying that they're sad, or they're trying to control their emotions. Yeah, because what's the Liar? Let me get it in your reading with Liar here. Yeah, there's the Liar, 7 of Swords. Somebody's inspired to lie. Why? What is someone lying about? They could be lying about an opportunity or something new that they got. Let me see. What is this person lying about? I want to figure out what makes them want to lie. Like, what? Let's see. So this person, okay, the lie is ground yourself. And they did have fantasize. The lie is that you need to ground yourself or stay seated or stay committed to something. That could be what this is too. Like, you have to commit to something, or somebody may be telling you like something's too realistic, but something's too unrealistic. That's the lie. Something's not too unrealistic. You're just in a trap mindset right now. But what's making this person want to lie? A repetitive cycle. What continue? It's like something makes them want. What repetitively happens to this person? So they just lie about it, or they just want to lie and say no. Oh, this person's jealous. Ooh, my ears ringing and everything. Oh my gosh. Okay. Somebody's jealous of you. So that's where they're like, no, settle down, ground yourself, or humble yourself, or what is this person jealous of? So it's almost like this person's tired of feeling jealous almost. So now they're going to start lying about stuff. What are they jealous about? Oh my goodness. This is Libra. So somebody is upset because if something happens, right, like no matter what's going on, Cancer, you're able to transform something and make it more professional. So like, say you make a mistake, you catch that mistake and you're able to make it more professional. You're able to transform it. You take action and it's like, okay, bet it's going to turn into a career field, or it's going to turn into a better opportunity, Or like, say you're doing something wrong, you figure it out. Yeah, see, so now somebody's triggered. You know why? Because their fantasies end up being a loss. Literally. That's why somebody is saying to ground yourself, because they're going to tell you, yeah, if you're fantasizing too much or that goal, that's going to cost you too much money, you're going to lose money on that. But it's because what they try to do, they lose money. So when they're watching you, you're doing something and it turns out to be like really polished or really nice looking or really good. There's a Cancer that I see that does get a lot of hate for you know who deals with that a lot is Chloe Bailey. I always, whenever I see somebody envious of a Cancer, I think about her all the time, because people hate her, and she's very talented and very like professional and good looking, and but people hate her. So I feel like in this, that it's something like that. It's like, even if you make a mistake, you're like, okay, let me take action and switch this up, let me change this up, and that bothers somebody. All right, so let's see what you're going to start to do in helpfulness. We did Sag first. That's up on my YouTube. I didn't do Virgo yet. I did Libra too, and Leo. I got y'all after this read. I just saw those messages. So what do you need to start doing with helpful Cancer? Okay, the Five of Pentacles. It looks like there's somebody else that would appreciate what you're doing. Because I feel like right now you're working with somebody that keeps trying to humble you, or like there's somebody else that you could actually work with that will help you. See, yeah, the Five of Cups, there's the Seven of Cups. I feel like this is the same person. It's like they give this person a solution. It depends. Like, it depends on who this is. Like, maybe it's a relative, or it's your child, or it's your... It depends, because I would never encourage somebody to stay around like a lot of envy, because envy can turn into something pretty dangerous depending on what's going on. But it's like, I wouldn't stick with this. What else is the helpful energy? Yeah, we told them to laugh. Yeah, it's like I don't know if that's the Libra, if that's the same person, but somebody is supposed to be happy, or it's like somebody's just envious or mad, or yeah, there's the envy again. I don't know. Be careful with that, because there ain't but so much you can do. I don't know. It's hard to deal with an envious person, to be honest. So, but I would have pulled, I guess, the danger card if I needed it. All right, what's the outcome here for you? And then we got Aquarius next. So you got time, Leo, conflict, and transformation. Yeah. It is Leo season. I think the sun, let me look. That could be the issue. There's like squares. There's Sun, Mercury. Oh, the South Node just retrograded back into Leo at a critical degree. It may have something to do with that. All right, but just, yeah. Interesting. Okay, so really quick, if you're just now joining, we did so far. Hold on, let me write this down for them. Or for me, so I can remember really. Okay, this is my digital journal, y'all. It's in the store for $5, just to let you know. Got 100 little pages that you can type into. But so far we did Sag at 6 minutes, Gemini is at 21 minutes, Libra is at 32 minutes, Capricorn's at 40 minutes, Pisces is at 55 minutes, Leo is at 62 minutes, Cancer is at 67 minutes, okay? So we are going to do Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, Aries, and Virgo. That's what's left. If anybody has personal questions, you guys can do the $5 super chat on YouTube, or a $5 Cash App, or PayPal. Cash App is the same username. It is EeshUrHeartOut. So just want to throw that out there because we had a personal question earlier. And get your personal questions in now because at the end, if it's the end, I'm going to log off and go eat some food. Okay? So get with me now. Check out all the cool digital products. They're in my Etsy, on my Shopify. Hopefully soon on Amazon, but I gotta see what that process is like. All right, Aquarius. Now, Aquarius, your energy did come out in Sagittarius' reading. Thank you, Louis Saint. So you may want to watch Sag if you have that energy. All right, so what energy or what action should you be in? What energy or what action should you be in, Aquarius, for yourself? Let's see. Okay, so you should be in laughter as well. You and Libra are in the same position, so you should be happy or laughing. Do something that you enjoy. All right, what's your current energy then in comparison? If you're not laughing, maybe you're working too hard or something, but what else? Let's see. Okay, so currently you got Pisces energy and controlling. Let me get one more. And then desires. Okay, so you may be worried about like overindulging, things like that. Now, if you are dealing with an with a Pisces, maybe you have like, say you got a Pisces kid and you're like, dang, I want to go do blah, blah, blah. But I feel like literally you're controlling yourself a little too much in this scenario. Like you're not allowing yourself to do anything that you want to do. Now we see community. We did talk about Pisces wanting to do something alone. Now, if you have these placements, it would benefit you to go out, you know, do something with a group of people, things like that. Let's see what else would you be happy doing or what else might bring you laughter or joy today, Aquarius. Okay, fantasize. Fantasize, take action. Professionally, I just said that about Cancer. So I don't know if you have a Cancer or not around you, or it could be Scorpio, but I feel like today would be a good day because that moon is in Scorpio, depending on how that affects your birth chart. Literally, as soon as this idea is here, we go do it, we transform it, and it looks very polished. Like literally, that's what's going on. So it just depends on who you're with, who you're around, who's involved, what other situation does this have to deal with. I'm also getting to when we have laughter versus professionalism, maybe you are working too hard. Do something that you like to watch or something like that. What else does this have to deal with? Let's see. Okay, smooth sailing. That came out in the Gemini reading. Yes, smooth sailing transforms into a blockage. Looks like somebody could be creating, obstacles on purpose. I see manipulation and obstacles. But you know, I mean, something's supposed to be funny for you. What was going smoothly here? That could be Gemini. It's out of your hands, compassion. This might be the Gemini reading too. So we're not going to go too deep into it because it's going to start combining everybody's energy. Let's focus on you. All right, so you should be in laughter. Let's see what you're currently doing because it looks like you're just kind of restraining yourself a little bit, but let's see. So you're currently in the King of Wands, Page of Wands. Yeah, the Lovers. I guess it is the Gemini. Okay. I guess the Gemini. Oh, oops. That's supposed to be in that deck. I guess the Gemini is there or something. All right. That could be the reading I did about Gemini. Literally. I feel like, too, this is a mindset. I'm also getting, too, you have a lot of knowledge on something, but you hold back. You say less than you know. I'm also getting too, literally, like your kid is funny. I don't know why. This could be you and your child. It's like your child is funny. All right, but let's see what else. What energy would you be in with laughter here, Aquarius? So do something funny. Yeah, the Queen of Wands. Okay, she's literally laughing. Maybe you're saying something in an angry manner or you're upset, but no, something is funny. Okay, literally okay, so if you were worried about anything, it ends. The worries end. What were we worried about? So go do something fun. Enjoy yourself. Don't be too strict today. Somebody could be worried about whether or not they're going to receive an opportunity. All right. I'm also seeing too, somebody's worried about whether or not their fantasy will actually work, or like something that they're trying, an idea that they're trying to come up with. I feel like too, somebody is practicing that energy, right? They're practicing like, okay, let me think about an idea. What other ideas can I come up with? And then the Knight of Swords, Ace of Swords, they get clarity. So sometimes fantasizing is not all bad. Like if you're able to think outside the box type of fantasize, not in a way where you're fantasizing to where, you know, you're thinking about something completely illogical. That's not what I'm talking about. But like fantasizing for like goals for yourself, a place where you see yourself in the future, things like that. But what I say there with fantasize and take action, they're right next to each other. All right. So it's like as soon as you come up with the idea, and I've been saying this to y'all since I came back, but as soon as you come up with the idea, you research that idea. What's the rules, regulations with it? Let's do it. That's how you need to look at stuff. Instead of thinking like, oh, well, I shouldn't do this and I shouldn't do that and I shouldn't pay attention to blah, blah, blah. Like, don't think about everything that's wrong with a scenario. Okay. All right. So this is pretty clear. It's pretty straightforward. What else is the outcome for you, Aquarius? Let's see. You said paranoid schizophrenia is the gateway to enlightenment. It is not, and do not read that comment or listen to that. That's not it at all. All right, what's the outcome here for you, Aquarius? Helpful and observe and contemplate. I feel like literally, like, think about what you're contemplating. It could be the Sag, they came out as they were supposed to be helpful. I feel like this is going to be ironic. What else is ironic about this? I feel like you're overthinking something. Have faith, golden opportunity, partnerships, and dogmatic. All right, we talked about Cancer committing. I just figured that out. Let me write that down. I ain't going, you know what? This is why this is why the Sag reading told me to be helpful. Because I know that somebody is not going to listen to me when I try to help them with what I just thought about. All right, Aquarius, that was your reading. Taurus is next. Taurus is next. You said what? Oh, if there is any it didn't have anything to do with Aquarius per se, unless you have these placements. But if there is any Cancers dating a Libra, that person is lying to you. That was it. So that was it. That's all it was. Maybe you know them signs. I don't know. Maybe you know them signs. All right. Taurus is up next, y'all. Oh, you knew it. I must have just told on somebody. I must have just told on somebody. All right, Tauruses, let's see. I gotta learn to be more vocal, I guess. If I would say all the things I be thinking while I'm live, maybe I should start. Welcome, some screen, I think. Thank you for the gift. All right, so what energy should you be in, Tauruses? Let's see. What energy should you be in? Okay, I'm promising something may not work out. All right. Sagittarius might be the person that is supposed to help you because they pulled that. Let's see. So what's unpromising here? Hold on, I gotta write that down. This is crazy when I know people's signs. So if you're trying to change something real quick, Tauruses, I don't think you can change it. You might have to notice the negative part in a scenario. So what else is unpromising here? What might not work out? Yeah, manipulation, I'm not gonna lie. If you're trying to make something look better than what it is, I don't think it's not gonna work. All right, so just letting you know. What are you trying to... Okay, so what's the scenario? Let's see. What is the scenario? What's going on? Envy. Okay, so let's... Tauruses, calm down, okay? It looks like it's... it looks like it's gonna be a lot of drama. Let's see. So... Oh, Lord. All right, what are you trying to turn something into? Now, you could be trying to stop somebody from being envious. It just depends. But what are you trying to make something look like or turn something into? All right, we got Leo and conflict. You may be trying to make it look like, okay, and lust. You may try to make it look like, yeah, you got to observe in time. All right, so I'm going to pull all these. There's a couple of ways it could go, right? Somebody wants to use their time more wisely. So if you're trying to get somebody to do something else, they're like, no, I'm not going to spend my time on that. Okay. You may try to make it look like a Leo is did I do Leo already? So Leo was supposed to keep something a secret. And I feel like they might have to keep it a secret from you, possibly. It just depends. You're trying to make it seem like a Leo is fighting or arguing, or maybe a Leo is competing with you because you're attractive, or... Yeah, this isn't... Okay, what's going to be the outcome here? So I feel like you got solution. What's the solution? Okay, community. So in this case, if you are trying to do something solo by yourself, you may need people around you too. And what's going to be the result of this solution here? Like, if you're trying to do something and manipulate it by yourself, that's not going to work. But what's the outcome of the solution here for you? Okay, professionalism. All right, so I feel like, let me put that in here in my notes real quick. So if people are trying to give you some form of advice here, they're like, hey, you know, Taurus, you need to do this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. It will come off more professional. I feel like people may be trying to help you with a job or help you with something within your career. You're not going to be able to get out of that. You're not going to be able to get out of whatever they're telling you makes you more professional. I'm also getting to, maybe you're trying to take a shortcut with manipulation. You may be trying to put it on a Leo. Like, you may be trying to put something on a Leo here. And I feel like that's not going to work. So what is the envy part? What are we envious of? I don't know if that's you, but what was somebody envious of here? Yeah, something definitely needs to be professional. Rest in the bright side and observe time came out again. So there's like a situation where somebody is upset that somebody's using their time more wisely or did something better with an opportunity. Let's get the tarot really quick. If there is a Leo involved, I just wouldn't really work with them at the moment. Maybe they may conflict with something for you. All right, let's get a card. Just try your best to keep something professional. Oh yeah, so your reading is kind of centered around a Leo here. Or you got the Leo, the death card. There could be a Leo, Scorpio. There's community. Um, and there are Leo and Scorpio transits. Like there's 4 planets in Leo and the moon is in Scorpio. So that energy is affecting you needing community right now. Yeah, I feel like they may even direct you onto a new path. You have the world. There's a 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, and then the 5 of Pentacles. You trying to do something solo is why it is not working. Let's see. You could, what is the Leo doing here? Okay, yeah, they have an opportunity. What else are they doing with their opportunity? Looks like they're damn. We got detached. They may not care about something and they're focused on their own things. But what else is what else do they have the opportunity to do? That's odd. Okay, first of all, for them, what does that have to do with you, I wonder? All right, first of all, this is about career-wise. They're considering like maybe a business idea with Capricorn energy, but they could be fantasizing about a Capricorn, and that's ironic. If there's dating involved or anything like that, this person wants to be with a Capricorn, or if this is in the workplace, they want to work with a Capricorn, or they're considering their long-term professional goals as well. So like this Capricorn energy, there somebody is worried about their long-term goals. All right, let's see what else you cannot do something left out. Like the community is going to tell you, okay, this is wrong, this is wrong. So listen, take like constructive feedback. All right, you may try to be like, well, no, you're just fighting with me because you're this, that, and the third. It's like, no, something needs to be more professional. Let's see what else you're currently doing here. What's your current energy? That's interesting. I didn't pull Leo out in Capricorn's reading, so that's why that was interesting to me. It was like it had nothing to do with them, but all right, let's see. What's your current energy towards this? We'll see what professionalism was. Yeah, you could even be wasting time, or maybe you're trying to save time and something is not, it's not like professional because you're rushing. So take your time and observe. I always have that issue. What is this? Oh, there's something with a Sagittarius too. Maybe you're spending time on a Sagittarius. Maybe you're spending time trying to travel. Sagittarius can also rule foreign energies where you have community. So you may need to learn how to be more intact with different groups of people, different types of people. All right, what's going to be the result for you with professionalism? Let's see what it'll turn into. Okay, yeah, there's the Ace of Wands. So I feel like you're going to be inspired to do something differently. What does the Sagittarius energy have to do with anything? You could be rushing. Okay, so the Sag energy is commit. Okay, money inflow. Now, if you're coming up with an idea to receive money or something like that, the issue is just it just needs to be more professional. That's all you need to know. All right, so if you're working on something, you're doing something. Now, if there's a Sag involved, I don't know if you're watching Sag, paying attention to a Sag, they're committed to their own career. Because I don't know what really, what else is the Leo actually doing? Because it's almost like you want to blame something on a Leo or something. So the Leo has compassion. So you think that they're fighting. They're actually being kind or nice. What are they doing out of compassion here? So you may feel like in the workplace, like somebody's being rude to you, mean to you, but really they have compassion for another individual and they're trying to, that could have something to do with the professional part. So what are they doing out of compassion here? I feel like too, you think somebody is lusting. They're not. They care about someone. So I don't know what, this is a lot in your reading. It's a lot of different energies, but it's like you kind of think something is about sex and it's not. Somebody's actually very caring. Now, I will say there was a reading a couple of days ago where you guys were receiving money for being lusty or whatever, or somebody's giving you money because you're attractive. Maybe you're like, oh my God, you're only working with them because you're attracted to them or something like that. Like, no, somebody's actually being very caring. Something is deeper than sex here or something. I feel like that's why professionalism is the end goal of your solution, because like something's not all about sex. I don't know where that even came from, but yeah, it's basically you're not going to be able to manipulate a scenario. What's the outcome for you, Tauruses? Let's see. You said Tauruses are stubborn. They're a fixed sign, so yeah, have faith, laughter, and contemplate. Okay. Laughter came out for Libra and Aquarius. Okay, Scorpio is up next. We got Scorpio, Aries, and Virgo left. And this is my digital journal, guys. It's not the tarot journal. It's a regular little journal that you can get. So that is in the store. All my digital products are up there. All these decks are up there. Everything's good. I've been double checking my documents too to make sure everything is formatted correctly. I'm going double check it again. I've been very obsessive. The astrology ebook is up there too. So you said I type hella fast. Sag is 6 minutes and Capricorn is 40 minutes. I do be typing fast. I'm from the AOL chat room generation. And I like to write books and stuff. That's my next idea. But that's going to take a long time. I like to do like, my first book was a psych thriller, but I want to get it reprinted because I hate the cover. And then I want to come up with another like mystery book. So that's going to take forever. But I'm going to do it. All right, Scorpios, y'all are up next. Let's get y'all a good shuffle going. All right, what energy should my Scorpios be in here? What energy should my Scorpios be in? Okay, restraint. All right, hold back, Scorpios. Hold back. Capricorn also had like danger with indulgence. So, you know, if you have that placement or anything, so restrain yourself, try to hold back. Now, because that is your advice, that means it's not going to be something that you want to do, okay? You said that's how you type when you pretend to stay busy. Yeah, I know the feeling. All right, what do you need to restrain yourself from doing, Scorpios? What do you need to hold back from? Okay, a Cancer. All right, so you need to hold back from a Cancer. Okay. Why? Or this could also be something from the past. It could be something nostalgic. What do you want to do with a Cancer? This could be somebody you want to date. They may want to come back around or something. But what do you actually want to do or date or be around them? I feel like this is the past. Honesty and ignore and commit. Now, Cancer did come out as commit and they're not supposed to. So I don't know if that's the same person, but I feel like they are not. They're not supposed to be committed to something. But you didn't really come out in their reading. What else does it? What's the result of you being able to restrain yourself, Scorpios? Yeah, Capricorn had danger. What will be the result if you don't restrain yourself? Or because, so the result if you don't restrain yourself is Pisces energy. You got Cancer, Pisces, water. So I'm getting like, I would not, first of all, act on emotion right now. Don't do that. If you're wondering if these are people, the same thing that happened when you were with a Pisces will happen with a Cancer. I'm also getting two, this looks very emotional. Okay. Interesting. What else does this have to deal with? What is this situation? Oh, liar. Yeah, the Cancer was with a liar. Or so, okay. So hold back for, what's the lie here that we're being told? Laughter. Is that a Libra? What is going on? What's the truth? You, okay, I'll clarify it too. The truth is, do it solo. You need to do something solo for yourself. If you're wondering, this is a time for you to focus on something so you can make better money. Yeah, detached and smooth sailing. So I would not do something emotional here. That's not a good idea. I'm also getting to, there's like a thing where if we're talking about careers or something like that, like, don't just do the thing that, like, you're not always going to be happy doing something. Every moment of working on something is not happy or joyful, or because the key here is you got do it solo, money inflow, detached, and smooth sailing. So that's no emotions. This is very emotional. All right, these are the water signs. So I feel like that's what's going on. Again, if these are people, same thing will happen with a Cancer that happened with a Pisces. Who is this? Scorpio. All right, let's get 8 cards. I feel like, too, the lie is that something is enjoyable or that something will make you happy. We're going to see, because typically when you get restraint, that means you want to indulge in something. So we can see what would be better for you to focus on so that you can, you know, because I always feel like when people want to indulge, there's things that you can focus on or like use a different, what's it called? A different coping mechanism. Yeah, Sag is first. It's up on my YouTube. Yep. All right, 9 of Wands, Queen of Wands. We told Aquarius to laugh, or Libra to laugh. Okay, there's Aquarius. Okay, so there's a lot going on. Let's see. All right, so the High Priestess, Knight of Swords, the 8 of Cups. So I feel like somebody intuitively knows, yes, you do need to be emotionally attached to do something. All right. We do have Sagittarius' advice was to be an Aquarius energy, which would be very logical. So Aquarius, a lot of people confuse it because it, you know, it says aqua or whatever, and it's the water bearer. But the story of Aquarius is when it's being too emotionally attached and turning cold and no longer doing that for people. So I feel like that's the energy that you have out here. These major cards are Aquarius. Maybe you need to work with an Aquarius, but we're going to clarify. Yeah, so something is lying, or somebody is lying. What do you need to restrain yourself from here? What's Cancer energy? Okay, you got the Hermit. Yeah, you got to do it solo. I feel like you need to do something by yourself. What is the lie? The lie is laughter. The lie is that something's going to make you happy or funny, and it's not. That's interesting. I feel like too, if somebody's wondering, just like I don't know, I don't have like all the keys to something, but you know how they talk about like your emotions being tied to money. Maybe it's like you would do better if you're emotionally detached or if you're doing something alone. Maybe you want to date someone or something like that. All right, so let's see. What else is intuition telling us here? I feel like too. Oh, you know what? Perspective. I was just about to say that. The lie is laughter. So something looks like somebody's having fun or enjoying something, but they're not. Or maybe you think something will make you happy. How do you view your situation? Like, what makes you want the Cancer energy? Because I feel like it's how you're viewing it. There has something to do with a Leo observing. All right, I'm not gonna put I'm not gonna put that out there because that was what they were supposed to keep a secret. All right. There's a lot. This is a lot going on here. Okay. What can you do to restrain yourself, Scorpios? And then we'll get the outcome. All right, you got solution. You got community again. So maybe it would be better for you to be around. Now, like I said, you're supposed to do something solo, right? Cancer is the energy of the home. It could be your family. Now, if the solution is community for you, that may be strangers. All right, it just depends. Like maybe you're working on something you present it to a group of strangers. Boom, they love it or something like that. All right, but I feel like you have a better, a better solution here. You do have self-care. So do something that would, sometimes the things that we enjoy are not always self-care. All right. All right, what's the outcome for you, Scorpios? We've got envy and triggered. Yeah. All right, it's a lot going on there. Envy and triggered. Okay. What are we triggered by, or what are somebody going to be envious of? I haven't really pulled your card either. All right, yeah, that looks like the Sag energy. Okay. All right, that was Scorpio. Let me write this down. Aries. And then Virgo. Aries and then Virgo. Separate all my cards. Hold on, guys. I'm almost done. All right, Aries. That type of time stamp I did. Okay. Aries. All right. What energy should you be in, Aries? Let's see. What energy should you be in? Also, real quick, y'all, we're on the last two signs. If anybody has a personal question, you want to do the $5 question, now's the time to do it. Also, if you do join as a member, you get a monthly personal question that's offline. That's $5.99. All right, so what energy, a member on YouTube, that is. What energy should you be in, Aries? Okay, Gemini energy. All right, so if you know a Gemini, you may need to, I feel like with Gemini, they came out as appearing as like a danger to people. So watch what that Gemini is doing and don't do it. Like look, kind of look to them as an example, but we're going to clarify what other energy you should be in. Also, Gemini does rule our thoughts. We have Uranus in Gemini, actually. Let me see. So Uranus in Gemini is trine Neptune in Aries. So that's interesting. Something may work for you with Gemini energy. What effect will this have on you? What's the Gemini doing? It could be a person. What is the Gemini doing here? Okay, they're contemplating. So like I said, this could be your mindset. All right, if this is your energy, you need to contemplate or think about something. All right, so I feel like a Gemini is being interesting. So they're really thinking about something. They're contemplating. They're trying to get more information. They're slowing down, but this could be you. What else needs to be contemplated here? What do we need to think about or consider? Okay, we've got, excuse me, community and flaunt. Okay, yesterday you guys had the idea or you had the opportunity to show something off to a group. I believe that was yesterday. So just think about that. But somebody's literally thinking about like how much people can see. What do I show off, or should I show this off? Yeah, ground yourself. Okay. What is being shown off with flaunt? Let's see. Okay, we told Scorpio to do that. We told Scorpio to hold back. If somebody's able to restrain themselves, something's not right though. In this case, what is somebody holding back from? Something's a little off. What is this person holding back from here? Because I don't think this is the Scorpio. They're showing, this person's more so showing something off. So someone's holding back from, okay, Leo, obstacles, ignore, and perspective. So Leo's facing obstacles because they don't want to view something in a certain manner. All right, we're going to figure out what this is. All right, what are you going to realize when you sort of calm down or think about it? What are you going to realize here for yourself or realize you should do? Okay, you've got rules. All right. And then golden opportunity and then rest. So I feel like if you follow all the instructions or the rules and regulations the first time, something is easier is what I'm getting. So, yeah, sit down and think about something. Think about all the things that are that go into a project or a situation. Be as logical as possible with it. All right. So let's get 8 cards here for you, Aries. Okay, 4 of Pentacles, a High Priestess, the Queen of Wands. We're intuitively going to say something. There's the 9 of Wands. It could offend someone. Knight of Wands, the 7 of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles, and then the 9 of Swords starts to worry. Let's see. What is our intuition telling us to do? Or what is intuition telling us? We're going to figure out what the 9 of Wands is. So our intuition knows a repetitive cycle here. What is the repetitive cycle? What keeps repeating? Somebody knows that already, though. We already know that that's going to happen. Let's see. All right, so what's repetitive? What keeps occurring here? Okay, we've got self-care, desire, envy, and Aries. Somebody's envious of you, Aries. Or something that you're... Oh, somebody doesn't... Damn, how do I... Okay, what are you doing, Aries? laughter. I get it. Okay. How do I want to, I feel like you need to think about how something looks too. Because a Gemini came off like they were looking kind of like, all right, this is why we got compassion for this person. Like, okay, Gemini, you wilding a little bit. And I feel like you may be coming off selfish, or what else are you doing, Aries? Yeah. You might have, if you know a Gemini, you have something to do with why that Gemini is acting like that. That's one thing I'm getting. Your reading's a little odd here. I do want to point that out. Somebody's in the Nine of Wands. They are bothered. Who's bothered by the Nine of Wands here? So I would actually think about something. I feel like the Nine of Swords is you needing to think. Yeah, this is about you needing to think about something here. What do you need to be more concerned about with contemplate? Literally, yeah, how something looks. The Page of Swords. Let's see real quick. Because you have it in front of people. It's a bunch of people that you're showing something off to. So just make sure it's presentable. But let's see, what else do you need to consider here? Yeah, compassion. That came out, that literally came out in the Gemini reading. So just to sum this up, because I don't know if you have Gemini placements or not, you may want to watch the Gemini reading, because Gemini came out as being danger, or like people perceive them as like bad in a way, and that made them want to have compassion for another individual. So I feel like you need to watch or see what a Gemini may be going through, and see how something that you may be doing may come off that way. All right, so just, I would keep that in mind. So one thing I would say too is like think about who you are as a person, right? Because when we have intuition come out, if we intuitively know a pattern or a cycle, right, we know something that we repeat about ourselves. So, excuse me. So for me, I've said this before, right? And y'all know I've been working on like all these projects with her. I know, me personally, my repetitive mistake, I always miss stuff. I'm always going to have a typo. I'm always going to miss something. I already know that. So for me, I have to go back a million times and look through something over and over again, test it out, make sure it's right. So I feel like there is something about yourself that you will intuitively know. All right, now remember, we did have rules, golden opportunity, and rest, right? So if you look at all the instructions, you look at all the information beforehand, before doing something, or you look into like the regulations involved here, you'll be more calm. You don't have to worry later. Because we talked about, I think your reading yesterday was about you having the opportunity to show something off to a group of people, which is cool. So when you're able to do that, you kind of want to be prepared for that opportunity. Don't just rush and show something. And it doesn't mean something has to be absolutely perfect, but I'm getting, so you do need to pay attention to this. You need to look at maybe what a Gemini is going through, or what a Gemini may be dealing with. What else is the Gemini energy? Again, if you don't know a Gemini, that's just your mindset. All right, what else is the Gemini energy? Yeah, the Three of Cups, Eight of Cups. There's that Knight of Swords energy, the Knight of Wands. Something starts quickly and then it slows down. There's the compassion. Literally the way that somebody acts, or the way that they jump to conclusions, it makes somebody want to have compassion in a scenario. So just keep that in mind. All right. Y'all are the Emperor. And then when we get rules, that's like Taurus energy. So you're already creating something, or you're already able to show it. The next step is to put, boundaries, things like that on it, or make sure that you're following all the regulations with it. All right, y'all. Virgo is last today. Virgo is last. If y'all watching on TikTok, Twitch, or Kick, this is going to be up on YouTube, time-stamped. Just give it a minute. Give it a minute or two for me to put the timestamps in there. And it will be typed up. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. That was a lot of cards. Ooh, sorry, y'all. Now they know daggone well she at school. Okay. That's my little niece. No problem. All right, Virgo. We have a timestamp. Let me change it because I took a little while. All right, Virgos. What energy should you be in for yourself, Virgos? Let's see. What energy should you be in for yourself? Sorry, y'all. What energy should you be in for yourself, Virgos? Laughter. So I'm going to write that down. Aquarius, Libra. So something might be ironic for y'all. Aquarius, Libra, and Virgo all had laughter. All right, what's funny for you? What's going to be funny for you, Virgos? Or enjoy something. All right, Scorpio, commit, irony. Yeah, so I feel like it's ironic about a Scorpio. There's definitely going to be something ironic about this Scorpio. Interesting. What are you currently doing? What's your current energy, Virgos? Okay, you're secret, but we have Scorpio coming out, so I'm not going to say it, but what are you keeping to yourself? For the sake if somebody is, you know, watching. Okay. These children calling. I'm about to answer it, but I don't know which one it was. There's two people calling. All right, but yeah, what's ironic about this Scorpio here that's going to be funny or it's going to be ironic? What's ironic about this Scorpio committing or focusing on something? Take action, money inflow, and then there's Virgo. Either you will receive money or they'll receive money. Okay, taking action actually causes somebody to receive some income here. Okay. What else does this have to deal with? We got compassion, status quo, obstacles, and partnership. All right, so we got compassion. All right, so you're going to see the irony here. It looks like if somebody takes quick action, they actually receive something or receive money. All right, the action that they take, they receive money for that. They may receive something from you, Virgo. But let's get 8 cards. Let's see. Judgment, Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, 8 of Swords. Okay. 4 of Cups. Yeah, I mean, maybe because if your advice is laughter, that means you don't think something is funny, really. But I feel like something is ironic about it. I don't think it's something you need to be sad about necessarily. Okay, and then you have the World. Yeah, there's compassion. So I feel like this is a perspective on compassion. There's a perspective on this then. So let's see. How do you view being compassionate? Because there's somebody also here where somebody's being compassionate, but an individual is ignoring it. So whoever we're being compassionate to, that person does not even care, or they're not paying attention to it. This could be you. That could be the Scorpio being compassionate towards you and you didn't notice it or something like that. But let's see. Who's being compassionate? Or what's your perspective on compassion, I should say? Okay, the Hermit, I'm going to assume you feel like you've experienced it or you don't. Yeah, you're coming out as a 5 of Cups. You could regret something. I don't know if you're physically sad, but you may regret something that occurred here. How do you view compassion? Or you feel like you know what compassion looks like. I know when somebody cares about me, but I feel like you may have missed something, or you just, maybe you don't realize that a certain action is done out of love or out of compassion or something like that. So how did you view compassion before? You got restraint. Yeah, Gemini and rules. Yeah, see, I can see there's manipulation and dogmatic. Something is making you look at compassion in a certain manner. Or you may feel like, no, I can't be compassionate. I'm not going to be compassionate in this situation. I'm not going to do that. What might you regret here, Virgo? All right, you got manipulation. I don't know, because manipulation, it looked like it worked, I would assume, or what was the outcome of manipulation here for you? Now what I will say is Taurus. All right, here's the thing. I was supposed to keep it secret, but I have to say it for the thing that is reading. Taurus came out as manipulation, but it wasn't working. So I don't know if you have a Taurus placement, but you regret like maybe allowing that to occur. You may have allowed some manipulation to happen. What was the result of the manipulation here in this scenario? Yeah, exactly. I feel like this is a perspective. Either somebody was able to make you view them in a certain manner. Let's say it like this, right? Say you have two people. You thought one person was more caring or loving or cared more than the other. You're going to realize somebody was more compassionate than the other individual. What is the compassionate person? What are they actually doing here? Because it's like that's what you're missing, is how you view it. So they come off as arrogant. That's interesting. Even though they're compassionate, that's interesting. That makes sense. And the person that's not compassionate, how do you view them? The person that's actually not, they just don't care. Yeah, it's a trap mindset. That's what I'm getting. You may also have a mindset of doing something solo by yourself. And that could be why you're like, no, I can't be nice or I can't be caring. What would you have rather done here? Or what? Because you have laughter. So, I mean, I feel like something's just ironic. What would you have rather done in this scenario? Yeah, it's out of your hands, partnership, and ignore. Okay. Let's see. What would you have rather done? We'll see what the outcome is for you. Yeah, the King of Swords, 10 of Pentacles. There's a 3 of Pentacles and a Knight of Pentacles. So that is a group. That is an entire group. All right. What's the outcome for you, Virgos? Professionalism. We talked about Taurus needing to do that. I feel like you do. Something does have something to do with a... Okay. All right, y'all, with a Scorpio. All right, so you may want to watch the other readings, but it looks like Virgo, Libra, and Aquarius all have laughter, so something is ironic for all of them. All right, y'all, thank you for watching. I appreciate y'all. Y'all know where to find readings, all the digital products, and my deck. I appreciate y'all's support. Join as a member so you can get a monthly question. If you catch me live, you get your $5 question that you can do